Oh my god! That's just too dirty!
This shit's fire.
This is a fucking banger.
Ladies and gentlemen, cats, snakes, dogs, chicken, elderly people, workers and twerkers.
Turn it up!
I don't give a fuck. It's the Ruckus. What the fuck you expect?
I body slapped my wife, my nigga.
Greatest. So yeah, let's move on.
I forgot we just wanted to. I told you, motherfucker, especially Lou, just because he wants to defend his point about Selena. Speaking of Selena,
we were
Halo.
Well, the plan was to talk about that after the list and after Thriller and all of that, but that's fine.
You fucked up Randy's transition. Is the point? Randy had the greatest transition of all time, and you fucked it up.
He really did.
We finally got one right, and then you fucked it up, Casey.
We always do.
I'm gonna stop looking.
So go ahead, Randy.
My question is, because I know we all here grew up playing video games, unless you were Lou and were studying the African American history when you were 2 years old. But
yeah, bro, I didn't play video games as a kid. My mom did not let me. I would actually go up to Alex's house
to play.
No, not even to play, to watch them play, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I would sit there and watch him and I got play video games all the time.
Oh, yeah. So
was your mom afraid of the Japanese invasion of like?
No.
He was just broke.
Nah, his mom was the enforcer of our building.
Yeah, my mom was a shit, man. Don't talk about my mom. She'll come and beat you up right now.
She's like 5 feet.
Yeah, she's like 5 feet tall. She'll fuck you up.
Those are the worst.
Randy, you grew up playing video games? Like that shit was just common?
Yeah, I grew up playing video games. I grew up like seeing KC playing video games too. So like that's why I have such like a deep love for the video game industry and just video games in general.
Do you play now still? Like is that something that's like how many hours a day do you play video games?
Probably for all day, probably.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Like hours?
Yes, hours.
Yeah.
Yes, Lou.
Chill, hold on. No. Whoa. Let's rewind. Wait, hours with plural. Like 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours.
Yes.
We'll have like 3 or 4 hour gaming sessions, bro.
How the fuck is that? Like, how many hours are in your day? 30?
I don't go out, bro. I just go to work and come here.
And play video games?
Yes.
Yep.
Trying to be judgmental?
No, but that's a hobby too, dude. Like you can't really knock it
for that, bro.
I'm not knocking it.
A lot of people knock it, and they always say, "Grow up. You're 30. You shouldn't be playing games." And I'm like, okay, so I should be in the street getting whores and snorting coke if that's what you want me to be an adult. Because I guess that's what the people want us to do now.
I had a professor once tell me, he's like, "Yo,
be a man.
I play video games to release like all my tension. Like, yo, man, like you get to release tension. I actually like, yo, when you
ever nutted?
Of course I have. Yeah, I got 2 kids.
Yeah, 2 kids. What type of question is that?
But I'm telling you, no, it's a different type of thing. Like, yo, you focus on like it brings all your little senses that you have, and you focus on it. And like, yo, if like this is why like little kids now they have better reflexes on certain things than us. Like I ain't playing those first-person shooter games anymore because those motherfuckers are horrible. They're fucking mean.
Let me ask you guys a serious question. Alex, you as a parent, and then Randy, you as a gamer, and anybody else who wants. Do you think that these games take away from like your social adaptability?
No.
No.
Damn, Abram said yes. Randy said no. Abram, you go first. Randy, you answer.
You spend too much fucking time playing these games, you're not gonna really spend time like talking to people and shit, and so you're gonna get like a big disconnect. I mean, yeah, you could be talking to people in a voice chat, but it ain't the same thing as actually looking into like talking to people, like actually seeing them.
Everything in excess is
if you notice all these people who play games, they're always looking down, looking away. They don't like eye contact. Like I mean, I get it too a couple times, but I kind of went over that after a while. But that's definitely
You're right.
I kind of go. That's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
You want to come in? I agree. You want to come in? It's mentioned my name already.
Damn, Randy. Let me
Bro, you got offended?
Yo, y'all about to fight, bro.
Man, got offended.
They're about to fight in their video games. Go ahead, Randy. So, Randy, you don't think that video games make you less social?
Antisocial?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because you get to. I get it. It's not real. It's not as real as a physical seeing someone friend and friend, but you still have to make the effort to like talk to these people online. And
They can have no.
And I agree.
Man,
I agree with Abram and I agree with Randy because the thing is like, yo, and I also agree with Casey said because Casey said that anything in excess is bad for you.
And honestly,
except for pussy.
And honestly, yo, fuck people, bro.
Even pussy.
Fuck you want to be around people for?
It's a little bit.
That shit's overrated. Being around people.
So for me though, you got these guys here, my cousins, my family here. I'm an introverted person. I don't go out that much.
Yes, but you also have to get out of your comfort zone for that too, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, sometimes you gotta feel like, yo, you have to be uncomfortable feel before you can actually have change in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, fuck
bro.
Yeah, I don't want to have any advice right now. So
if you want to, it's not.
No, if you want to, yes, it's not
right? Yeah,
Calvin. No. This is good to talk about. It's not fine, but you should do it.
That's fine, but
it's
at your own pace. It's your own pace, bro.
You're gonna be 35, and you're gonna be so.
Listen, you're 35. No, hold on. Listen, if you're 35, 40, and you're still sitting in your room playing, as long as you're paying your bills, you're doing what you need to do, and you're not hurting anybody else. Do you, bro? Do you?
Yo, let him be him.
That's not
now,
bro.
Now,
you never sighed before you had to go into some place.
Yeah,
and talk to people or make a call.
That's life. That's life, though.
Now it's a little different, right? When Randy's already an adult, right? So with adults is a little different. Do what you want. Now my point of view on with kids, I'd have no problem with my kid playing video games as long as he wants.
30 hours a day.
But he's involved in sports.
Listen, why are you forcing him? Why are you forcing him to sports?
I'm not forcing him into sports. The first thing
first
thing I did this year when I didn't force it. No. First thing I did was I said, "Do you want to play soccer this season?" He said yes, and that's why he plays soccer this season.
Ask him if he wants candy, and ask him if he wants candy. What is
that's fine? He'll say yeah, but
the trap.
I'm asking him whether he says yes because he wants to or not. That's up to him. But I'm giving him the option, right? So, and I'll continue to do that. I'll continue to do that, right now. But now the other thing is that he's gonna be getting that interaction with other people in school, right? Mm-hmm. That's 8 hours of them spending time with other kids and getting that interaction.
Listen. It ain't like it ain't like I spend my whole time being very like antisocial. I was like during my high school times I was very outgoing. I talk to people, so I know what it is to have real social contact too. So like, don't pretend that I'm just someone who sits at home all day and doesn't know how to have social conversation with other people.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying you don't have to.
Let him finish.
No.
Oh, you done? Go.
Yeah.
Just don't fuck with people, bro. Yeah,
and that's fine.
Bro, I am antisocial. I don't like going out that much unless it's going to see a Típico or Luis Vargas or some shit like that. I don't go out like that. No, I am. I'm 100%
sometimes I forget how Dominican KC is, bro. Like, he did not say that he goes out to the supermarket. He did not say that he goes out to shoot.
He said he's out to see the Típico. Like, he has to keep on showing that he's mad Dominican.
He's really Dominican.
Because we from Santiago, bro.
When have you seen me go to fucking...
After all that magato, you gotta come home. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're thinking. Where can I find more? For full episodes of the Ruckus Podcast, you can check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and your other digital streaming services. The Ruckus, it's organized chaos. Don't worry, we're working on getting Mike a better mic. Get it, Mike? And don't worry about it. You'll get it eventually.